Hello, it's Dr. Jimmy again. How are you? Yes. Yesterday, of course, I had a lot of fun with my first Cryptic comment. And I'm not doing the second one until next week, of course. However, I want to share with you, I've really enjoyed this, I want to share with you some of the guesses people have made as to the meaning of that first Cryptic comment, which, if you recall, was balloons. Well, so far, since I last checked, I've had 32 different guesses, and I'm not confirming or denying any of these. But so far, they've included, let's see, yes, I'm getting old, clowns and circuses in general, 2, specifically Pennywise from Stephen King's It. That's a clever guess, after all, the whole we all float down here, yes, in balloons and that, yeah. The third guess was the Land of Oz, you know, because the wizard rode into Oz in a big balloon, yes. The fourth guess was a return for Jack the Clown. Okay, the fifth guess was American Horror Story. I guess they connected balloons with the rubber guy from that TV series. The sixth guess was an American Werewolf in London, and the reason behind that guess was a naked American man stole my balloons. Yes, that scene. The seventh guess was the R.I.P.D. Comic and upcoming motion picture. I'm not quite sure what that has to do with balloons, but that was a guess, and I'm guessing also that perhaps they were picking things that were out of my April Fool's gag, because they thought that might be the actual, what they thought were likely to be there, and so that's what they were going with. The eighth guess so far, Islands of Adventure. Apparently they think the whole park is shaped like a balloon. Alright, now the ninth guess was the video game Dead Space 2. And the 10th guess was word balloons in general. I think it has to do with comic books and things. Word balloons, you know, Toon Lagoon, I don't know, but that was the guess. The 11th guess, this is probably one of my favorites, the motion picture Up. Now, again, I'm not confirming, I'm not denying any of these guesses. Any one of them might be true. All of them could be true. No, that I don't think is possible. None of them could be true. But I'll leave it to you to determine the likelihood of the guesses. So, Up. I'll leave it up to you to decide how plausible a Disney Pixar animated film with no horror elements would be what the clue was referring to. Yes, but that being said, wouldn't it be awesome to have the Cerebin Beast legions running about with the talking collars, you know, or the cones of shame? The talking collars are, hi, I'm hiding behind this tree. I'm going to jump out now and scare you because I love you. Squirrel! Okay. Alright. Anyway, the next guess, number 12, Around the World in 80 Days. They didn't specify if they mean the original Jules Verne novel, the movie that was made many, many years ago, or the more recent one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think the last is the scariest. The 13th guess was the video game BioShock Infinite. The 14th guess was Doctor Who. Well, I am wearing the shirt, but that just could be the next shirt that came up in my stack of shirts in my laundry. The 50th anniversary being this year, what that has to do with balloons, and a 50th anniversary birthday party. Maybe that's what the guesser was thinking. Yeah. The 15th guess was a television show called My Strange Obsessions. Apparently there was a fellow who was into balloons on that on an episode of that program. Let's not dwell on that, please. Let's not dwell on that. The 16th guess was Nazi zombies. The 17th guess was Slender Man, who I guess is sort of shaped like a balloon, isn't he? With the skinny body like a string, and then the round. Just an editorial comment. Splendor Man actually has balloons and kittens. and cake and rainbows and things, sparkly things. But Splendor Man was not guessed by anybody. I'm not saying it should be, but if you know the difference between Slender Man and Splendor Man, that's just a silly thing for Jimmy. The 18th guest, I like this one too. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The 19th guest. I really can't say because the guesser in question really thinks that he's right. He's so sure he's right. He doesn't want to give away. He's thinking maybe see if anyone else guesses it. So he's asked me specifically not to include it on any list of guesses. And so all I can say is that what he guessed is completely unspeakable, and therefore I will not speak about it until someone else guesses the same thing. Alright, the 20th guess is Rocky Horror. The 21st guess would be a sequel to Holidays of Horror, you know, Blood and Guts. The 22nd guess is Red Balloon, not the old French movie from the 50s, but the 2010 short horror film. 23rd guess, a nuclear apocalypse. The 24th guess, Aircraft. The 25th guess was Aliens, and they especially wanted to make sure I didn't mean the motion picture Aliens, you know, not the Ridley Scott movie, but just aliens in general. It makes me think about that Greek guy with the hair up to here from the History Channel. Yeah, it has to be aliens. Sorry about that. My hair's a mess anyway. And then there's. And then the 26th guess was a Return of the Living Dead parade. Or maybe a scarier Macy's parade, but a parade is the guess. The 27th guess, again, not confirming or denying, although some of the guesses amuse me. Think of what this has to do with balloons. You know, Dollywood. You know, Dolly Parton. Alright, big balloons. Let's see, the 28th guess is a broader Stephen King concept or theme, not just it, but going beyond to all of encompassing. 29th guess, a scary birthday party. The 30th guess, balloon animals, squeaky balloon animals that sound like chalkboard fingernails. That could scare you right there. 31st guess, a return of Eddie, you know, from Eddie Schmidt. The 32nd guess, I don't get this at all, but it's a guess, so I'm listing it. Justin Bieber singing Yo Mama jokes. And the 33rd guess I've got so far is the return of Chance. You know, Jack's hot patootie Chance. So all of these are the funny guesses, the fun and games we've had so far just in the past day. The first 33rd guesses for Cryptic Comet 1 balloons. So I'm not saying any of these are right, nor am I saying if any of them are wrong. Please continue thinking about it. That's what I want you to do. I want everyone to think. There's not enough thinking in this world. The more the better. Ha 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 ha.